Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate S&S. So we have our chicks here. These guys are between 16 and 24 hours since hatch. They hatched at different rates, but we ended up putting 5 eggs in about 21 days ago, and we ended up with 5 new chicks. So we've been getting some really good hatch rates. We've got them out here in the brooder. You don't want to keep your chicks out of the heat very long. If you have an area like this where the ambient temperature matches what's actually inside your brood box, then you can get them out a little bit, bond with them some. I would encourage that if you're planning to handle your chickens, that you bond with them at a young age. And the reason I say that is because when they get older, if they don't really have that bonding at that young age, they're just kind of going to avoid you as much as possible. But they are eating, they are drinking, everything's good to go on that. You just put them some food and water out. You can see they kind of make messes every now and then. But that is what it is. So over here we have our heating pad so they can crawl in there and give them a safe space out of the direct light at night. But we also have this brooder here. You can see where they've kind of climbed on top and started doing a little pooing. But they can run up under here. It'd be like running up under a mother hen. And that gives them their area where they can be safe and warm at night. And you don't have to worry too much about predators because they are in a sealed shed. So of course out here we have the parent birds. There's our hens over there. Then we have our rooster down here hanging out. Haven't really been letting them out today. We're looking at some rain. We had some rain clouds and stuff, and I didn't want to have to run out here and try to get them in back into the coop in the run area in the rainstorm. So be mindful of your weather, guys, because unless you want to be running around chasing chickens in the rain, trying to get them inside of a coop area, sometimes they return on their own. Other times, like what I've noticed, they just come up and they'll pile up under the solar panels. But you can see where they come out. You just cut the grass back a little bit, and then they can come out and they can do all of their chicken stuff, digging around, looking for stuff. And if you free range your chickens in, you want to come out and kind of see where they're hanging out and look for any eggs that they may have dropped, because that's one of the things that I've noticed that they tend to do is they will come out here and they will lay eggs up under the panel areas here. They'll come over here and they'll lay over here by this J bar. But we check it every day when they're out. They just kind of go around and catch whatever they can when it comes to bugs, and that really cuts back on the feed. But with inflation going up, the pricing of meat and stuff going up too, as well as eggs, I want to tell you, man, you're going to save a lot of money if you go ahead and raise your own flocks. The outgoing feed expenses for these guys monthly is about 18 bucks. Now, I don't know what you spend on chicken meat and fresh eggs, if you can even get fresh eggs in store. I'm sure you probably can, but they're usually refrigerated. They're not truly fresh. But you do the math on that, you're going to end up with a situation where you're going to be a lot more sustainable. You're going to be saving money in the long run. Now, it takes about 7 to 8 months to get a chicken up to this size. Now, when you're trying to get them to laying, it can take about 14 to 16 weeks before a chicken will start to lay. That's from hatch. But you can do sustainability just about anywhere. We have about an acre on this side. We have another acre over on the other side there. But typically I try to keep everything on this side of the solar panels back here, just to show how much you can actually do and how much you can save money-wise on just a little plot of land. Now, you're going to have to check your local restrictions, see if you can do like our honeybees in the back here. You need to check, make sure that you can have roosters. Some areas you can't have chickens, especially in the subdivision. They don't want them out there at all. Subdivisions, in my opinion, are really a waste of money. You're paying money for a place that, yeah, it's yours to live in, but you have everyone telling what you can and can't do on your property. So that's why I stay away from those as much as possible. But I hope everyone's been having a great week. Looks like this Powerball stuff, I was just at the station, it looks like it's like $610 million or something like that. So I went ahead and picked up a ticket. Hey, you never know, someone's got to win it, so it could be me. Doubt it, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I hope everyone's been having just a wonderful time they're out their own projects. So we get a lot of comments where people are trying comments on their own. We've had some of our viewers start with bees. We've had some of them go into chickens and stuff, which is really kind of cool to see, because that was the purpose of the video, to show you basically, if I can do it, I know good well you can do it. And you don't have to invest a whole lot of time into it, but there is effort in it as well. Cleaning the coops, cleaning out the runs, make sure you don't have a buildup of feces and stuff, because you want to protect your flocks. You don't want to have an issue where you're going to end up with a bunch of sick birds. So something else I've been looking at is we have this old corral area here, and it looks like it could be fairly easily repaired. Let me zoom in on that so you can see what's going on. But I've been giving some thought to maybe trying to raise something over there. I don't know, there's a lot of weeds and stuff for things to root around and to eat, but you know, I have to look into that a little bit more. I've thought about doing rabbits and stuff as well, but the way that rabbit feed's going up, if I had an area where I had plenty of water and plenty of really good food where I could free graze those rabbits in a fence, I could see maybe doing it. But with the prices for rabbit feed right now, to me it's just not feasible. Especially being as chickens, you can raise just as much meat just as fast and for a lot cheaper price. But I'm going to get off here. I hope everyone's having a great day. So we should be continuing on with more of our faith-based series here soon. I've ordered some materials and want to do a little bit of reading on that. We're going to kick this thing back off. And what I'm wanting to do is just kind of let people know the age that we're living in. You have Israel right now with the rabbis there saying that there is these rabbis speaking to the Messiah in meetings right now, and people need to be aware of something. The next time that Christ places his feet on this earth is at the end of the tribulation period. So the one that shows up on the scene before that 7-year tribulation period, that is the Antichrist, guys. That's the guy who's going to be set up in power midway between the tribulation. He's going to declare himself to be God, and that's what we're seeing happening. That's developing right now. We're looking at what's happening over with Russia. We're seeing all the hordes of Gog and Magog, Ezekiel 38, coming into fruition, where this battle could potentially take place. Something else we're looking at is the Euphrates River is drying up. Now, why is that biblically significant? Well, in prophecy, those armies attack in crossing a dried Euphrates River. It says that it is caused to dry up so that those kings can come and attack Israel. So we are watching all of this stuff happen around the world today, the fulfillment of prophecy, and it's time to wake up. It's time to make that decision. Are you going to serve the Lord, or are you going to serve yourself? The decision is yours, guys. Everyone have a wonderful day.